Right, Sean, Katie, Sean. Saw.
I've seen none of them.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. I've only seen half of them.
Saw X, does that mean this is the 10th one?
Yeah, but there's about 13.
Okay. That's because that's how
The reason
works.
the reason that I can show you this, right, is because you know that skit in Scream 4 where she was trying to explain all the stab movies, and she basically went, so the ending of Saw 3 is Saw 1, but the beginning of Saw 1 is actually Saw 4, so what, but stab. She was basically saying that, and she was going, so does that mean that the ending of Stab 6 is the beginning of Stab 7, and if so, what is Stab 8 about? You know when she's saying that?
Yeah.
That's basically this. That is Saw. Don't ask me to explain any of it here, because I couldn't if I tried. But basically, it's like that. There's just everything everywhere. Nobody has a clue what's going on at most times. But people go and watch it because people get their heads and knackers and bellies and feet and fingers and noses and everything chopped off. In as inventive ways as possible.
So it's violence.
Mm-hmm.
I should really do like a study on people and what their obsession is with violence.
Here's the thing, I've seen the first one, right? The first one's really good. The first one is a good film.
Okay.
Because it doesn't lean into the violence all that much.
Okay.
There is a bit of violence, but it's not...
Is that the one where it's like there's a group of people and they're all kind of... I'm trying to think because I feel like... Is Saw the one with that weird thing on the bike? Is that Saw?
The weird thing on the bike?
Where it has like, it's like a clown.
Maybe we'll watch and we'll see.
Because the only reason I say that is because I feel like we went to a theme park where there was a Saw themed roller coaster and that was there.
Yeah.
Is that something where it's got like the spirals on its cheeks?
Yeah.
Is that this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, let's watch.
That's my only knowledge of Saw.
We won't be able to interpret anything. We won't be able to give you any clues, primarily because I think I've seen this one and I think I've seen the second one.
So you don't know?
No. But after we've watched your film, my film, and The People's Choice, maybe we'll watch all the Saws. God knows I probably won't be able to upload any of it because it's all very violent, but
Yeah.
I can maybe make it work.
Okay.
Just put like a description on of what's happening.
Man gets face blown up.
Yeah. Man gets testicles ripped off. Playing now.
Out of all the men to cheat, you picked John Kramer?
The cancer is still spreading. I'm afraid there's nothing else we can do. There is one person who might be able to help.
Our program is a two-pronged treatment outside Mexico City. The results have been stunning.
She saved my life.
You're in very good hands with us.
I want to play a game.
After that, what happens then?
Your whole life happens then. John Kramer.
According to these scans, the tumor was never removed.
How much time do I have?
Months, at best.
I still have a lot of work that needs to be done.
Okay, I think I've seen more than the first one. I think I've seen at least 2 more of them.
Hello, everyone. It's time to play a game. You all pretended to cure me, but what I have planned for each of you is very real.
Oh, gross.
The only thing I have not provided is your anesthetic. But trust me, you will want to remain alert.
So this must be set.
Out of all the men to cheat, you picked John Kramer?
Please, don't hesitate. Place a big enough piece of your cerebral tissue into the glass enzyme tank. This will save your life.
What? Oh! Oh!
This is not retribution. It's a reawakening. Live or die.
I almost
The choice is
don't want to go through it and see what was happening. Okay, I recognised her. Right, let's go through and look at some of the gory stuff.
Do we have to?
Right, hold on. Let's see if I can catch it. That. What is that?
Is that barbed wire? No. Is that like a saw?
Oh, maybe it is, yeah. That's gross. That's really gross.
Of all things, that's gross.
Why? Which bit did you think was gross?
Guy that was trying to like
Saw
bring
his
his
own
own
head.
skull up. Like, oh,
Yeah,
man.
saw
I
his
think,
own head.
was that sawing her own leg?
Oh, yeah, might be. That might be what she was doing. I was wondering why she was doing that.
Oh, he doesn't have hands anymore, does he?
No.
Or maybe no fingers.
So I think, now that I think about it, I think I've seen the... That feels a bit extreme. Give me a bit of your... What was it? Cerebral cortex or something?
Something like that.
As far as I can remember, he doesn't make people do that in the early Saw films. Especially not in the first one.
Oh. Well, that was good of him. That looks like it's going to close on his face.
That's why I'm looking at it, yeah. Electric chair, I think. I think that's what it is. Close, all these are going to electrocute him. Problem is, I can't remember enough of the Saw films.
Is that a key?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's where he's got to put the bit of his cerebral cortex in order to get the key out.
Oh my god.
I want to play a game. One thing's for sure, Tobin Bell is brilliant as Jigsaw. That's what it's called. It's called Jigsaw.
Oh. Eyes.
Is that putting something in his eyes, or is that...
Sucking his eyes.
out?
Oh,
Oh, look at that! That's gross, isn't it? Oh, no! Macaroni! Oh, is that Guillermo del Toro? Benicio del Toro?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
It's just a man. Someone's hanging.
Mm-hmm.
His most personal game.
God. I want to play a game.
So what, they pretended to get rid of his cancer? Is it like a scam just to get money?
Maybe.
Is that what it is?
Maybe. So do you know the general thing with Jigsaw? Do you know what his gimmick is?
No, don't think so.
So he's a serial killer.
What?
A very proficient serial killer, my dad. Generally, what is... Oh, she is. She's sawing her legs off.
I'm sorry, at that point I would just kill myself. The amount of like psychological, I don't even know what you would call it. So is it either she cuts her leg off or it cuts her leg off?
Well, she's got
Head off.
she's got rope around her neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So what he does is he takes bad people and puts them in games. And generally the idea is that if they listen to him,
They can survive.
they can survive. But they also have to essentially not repent, but they have to... I don't even know what to call it. It's that crazy. It's like...
Make up for their wrongdoings.
Yeah. By sort of... But he essentially gives them the answers all the time. I remember there's one, I can't remember what it was, but there was a really big plot twist at the end. And it blew my mind a little bit. Because it was like, it was one of those, you should have seen that coming things. where it was like I'd absolutely should have seen it coming, but I didn't see it coming. I can't remember what Saw it was though. I think it was like Saw 7 or something like that. I can't remember. But what people generally don't like about it is that the original that I can remember is that it's more psychological.
Right.
Because it's just 2 people.
Okay.
It's not loads of people, it's just 2 people. And it's essentially like an escape room. Whereas the more you go into it, the more it's like these big, huge, ridiculous, elaborate, plots. And then a whole bunch of apprentices and that come in who help him because obviously he's got brain cancer, so he's dying. And they start fighting each other, and people were kind of like, well, we didn't really, sign on for that. We wanted to see. Look what she's got on her neck. She's got a shackle. Oh dear me. But there's been a few, the ones that I can remember, there's been a few where it was kind of like, yeah, at that point, just kill me. Just, I would rather die.
That's what I mean though, like, having to, like, sit there and, like, saw your own leg off. Like...
Oh, just carve into your brain, without anaesthetic either.
The amount of, like, resolve you've got to have to be able to just do that. I know it's saving your own life, but it's still, like, an incredible amount of pain you're going to be going through.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, though, that they're all bad people, because isn't it almost making you feel sympathetic for him? Like, he has brain cancer, they said they were going to get rid of it, they didn't, and now he's like,
yeah.
I'm going to murder you all.
But there is general ones where it's like, a geezer sold another geezer a faulty bike or something like that, and the geezer ended up dying because the brakes didn't work. But he knew that the brakes didn't work. So it's things like that. And I think there was one about a drug dealer or an insurance guy or something. As far as I know, I don't think they're all related to him, or they might all be related to him. I don't know. But maybe. He's awesome, by the way. You see him when he goes to like conventions and stuff. You hear you obviously heard his voice there, like his Jigsaw voice. It doesn't sound a thing like that.
No.
He's got such a normal voice. Where you see people go up to him and they're like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Bell," and he goes, "Oh no, please just call me Tobin." And it's like, who are you? You're not Jigsaw.
He is an actor.
Yeah. But then I saw one. And it's the reason that I wanted to watch the trailer, was you saw this kid, couldn't have been older than 10. Like I think like 7 or 8. He goes up and asks for an autograph. And like all the comments were like, I think the first question on everyone's mind is, do you let your 7-year-old watch the Saw films? It's like, what? Because there's a lot of it where I think there's a big period in the middle where it's just proper, just nonchalant gore. And there's barely a plot. I might be wrong, and there might be a lot of Saw fans that absolutely hate me for saying that, but it's kind of why I've never made an attempt to watch them all vividly. So yeah, maybe we go through and watch them all, because it is classed as a horror film, I think, even though it's not very horror-y. But maybe we go through and watch them all. Let us know if you would like us to watch them. Let us know what your favourite Saw films are. Try not to spoil anything though, because I've got a very brief memory of, I think it was the first one, the second one, and I've probably seen clips here and there, but I've never watched them all in their entirety. Let us know if you'd like us to watch them. And like the video. Subscribe, tick the bell to be notified when we upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
So are we both on agreement that we would just murder ourselves before we...
Depends.
See, because I feel like...
I always say that same thing whenever I talk about horror films, is that there would come a point, and it's the classic thing where if a woman's child was underneath the car, she would be able to lift the car to get the baby out. So it would be a similar thing here. Your fight or flight reflexes they just wouldn't let you be strapped down. I would just pull the chain off the wall.
the whole like sawing your own leg off, and it's not even like one of the quick saws that would just like zip and it's gone. You have to like, it's one of those saws where you have to like give it all this motion.
I watched a video where it was someone showing how they would actually have to amputate a leg in war zones, and it's like there's moments where you're just in absolute complete agony, which is why I just thought, you know, I don't even know what I was going to say there. Make out as if getting amputated was easy.
Yeah.
Which obviously it isn't.
No.
I can't imagine any scenario where I would want to lose a leg.
No. It'd be horrible, especially if you're in like no anesthetic.
Yeah.
In kind of situations like that would just
got
be
reminded
so.
of that Game of Thrones episode where the kid gets his leg cut off.
Yeah.
You can hear it.
And like the brain where he's like.
No anesthetic for that as well. How do you do that? It's gonna be one hell of a headache.
Yeah. And surely death.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
I mean, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure if you just cut a bit of your skull off and open your brain up, surely that's a death.
As far as I remember, I don't think many of the people in these films survive very long.
Yeah, surely they would just bleed out and infection and stuff.
Yeah. I saw one where it was like, I can't remember. I think I want to see Jigsaw. I think there's one called Jigsaw because they did one. Didn't they do one with Chris Rock? It's called Spiral or something.
I think we watched the trailer for that, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
That seemed gross. But yeah, thank you for watching. I guess it's depressing watching Saw trailers.
Like if it was just the fingers being broken, you were like, oh, incredible amounts of pain. Yes, but you could continue sawing your own leg off and cutting your own brain open. It's just a bit.
Yeah. I still wouldn't like that. Can you imagine something pulling your finger up so it snaps?
I know.
I don't like the thought of someone pulling your fingernail off.
I know. But
You would have that over sawing your own leg off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because at least then someone else is doing it and it was quicker than having to like saw your own leg off.
No, at that point just kill me.
I know. I think your body would just go into shock and you would just die. Wouldn't it?
Probably.
You probably wouldn't even be able to finish before you.
Yeah, what's it called? Anaphylactic shock.
Yeah.
Which is brought on by severe pain and blood loss, isn't it?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
So.
Like you were saying, I think you were correct. When unless it was done quickly.
I don't think you could physically. If someone else was doing it.
Yeah.
But physically bringing
even then you'd be fighting it.
Physically bringing yourself to saw your own leg off, I think would be impossible.
I couldn't do it anyway. Maybe that woman is stronger willed than I am. The hardest choice.
Probably.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
But then you would have to consider, because the option was her neck being sawed.
Just kill me. I'll just get it over with.
So, but it's like sawing your own leg, or it's like you slowly dying via neck being sawed off. The pain from that, plus then you would eventually be choking on your own blood because your esophagus gets punctured.
Can we stop talking about death and misery?
Sorry.
I shouldn't have made us watch this.
Sorry.
Look what it's done to you.
Yeah,
Goodness gracious. Thank you for watching. That's the third time I've said that.
Sorry.
I need to know.